So you got a new job, and I've got just 3 words for you. Congratulations. You know, it's always exciting and maybe just a little nerve-wracking when you start working for a new company. You're going to be meeting lots of new coworkers, you'll be getting acclimated to the work environment, and of course, you'll be settling in. You're going to be settling in at your workstation or maybe even in your new office. And this is all typical stuff that every new employee experiences in the first few days of starting at a new position. But for boomers, there are more things to consider when starting a new job. There's more steps to take to ensure that your future's bright. In this episode, we'll discuss 7 things boomers should do after they get a new job. And that, my friends, that's up next right here on Over 50 TV. Welcome back to Over 50 TV, where we offer essential career and money tips for people over 50. My name is Lou Reyes. Now, before the break, I mentioned that I'll share with you 7 steps every boomer should take after they land a new job. But before I tell you what those steps are, I'd like to remind you of 2 important statistics that make these steps all the more important to follow. Number 1. 56% of workers over 55 are pushed out of their job because of their age. And second, only 1 out of 10 of those workers who are pushed out ever again earn as much money as they earned prior to being let go from their job. Now, I'm sharing this information with you not to put pressure on you. You don't need that. But I'm putting this information out there because I want to emphasize the importance of following the steps I'm about to outline with you or for you today. Now, I know if you follow these steps, at the very least, you will enjoy a successful career. Let's get right into the 7 things boomers should do after they get a new job. And number 1, thank everyone and anyone who helped you to get your new position. You know, a simple thank you email will suffice, or what you could do is you could call them, or maybe you stop by and let them know in person you appreciated their help. Some people even send a card. You know, people do appreciate people who are grateful. And let me give you an example of something that happened to me years ago. One of my major advertisers, she just happened to mention that her husband recently lost his job. Well, right away I offered to meet with him, and when I did, I gave him a bunch of job leads. And when he found a new job, he made a point of stopping by my office to thank me. And I knew at that moment, that if he ever needed help again, that I wouldn't hesitate to be there. You know, when you let people know that you appreciate them, it's always more likely that they'll be there next time you need them. Number 2, keep your skills sharp. You know, this isn't a time to relax. Yeah, you got this new job, but the skills that got you this position, they may not be the skills that keep you there. So enroll in classes, attend workshops, attend seminars, and be sure that you let your boss know that you're doing this. It lets them understand that you're an employee that's to be valued, somebody who cares about the position, and you want to stay at the top of your game. And also, one thing I recommend you do is ask your employer, ask that person if they have a tuition reimbursement program. It's also another way to emphasize, to show them that you really care about that job and you're going to do whatever it takes to be a great employee. Number 3, learn new skills that will advance your career. Now, I'm not talking about sharpening your current skills, which is important, as I just mentioned, but I'm suggesting that you learn a secondary set of skills. Now, of course, this should be in a field where you have an interest, where you believe your future may lie. And I'm going to give you an example, a good example here. A friend of mine, he was a financial analyst for a major American corporation. Now, that corporation, they did business in China, and one day he decided, completely on his own, to take Chinese language classes. Now, who do you think the bosses called? His boss called when they needed someone to contact their Chinese suppliers. Well, his new skill, it was certainly a feather in his cap, and it helped him to earn a nice salary increase. You know, you never know when a new skill will come in handy, so commit to investing in yourself. Number 4, start a side hustle. You know, having multiple sources of income is empowering, and it also gives you a degree of autonomy, of satisfaction, and self-determination that few jobs can offer. Now, you can use this side hustle income to build wealth, pay off debt, for savings, and it also can be an insurance policy if you find yourself one day unemployed. Now, I recommend that you don't start a side hustle right away. Wait till you get settled into your new position. probably 30 or 45 days after you start. And don't be afraid to start a side hustle. It's not that difficult. To help you, I created a side hustle starter kit. It's a free 3-page kit that will walk you through the initial steps of starting your very own side hustle. And you can get this free side hustle starter kit by clicking on the link in the description box. Number 5, share your accomplishments on social media. If you hit a sales goal, let the world know it. If you've exceeded workplace expectations, tell the world. When you earn a promotion, let everybody know it. Regularly posting accomplishments, what you've achieved, 1 or 2 times a week. Why, that's not too much. It shows that you have value. It shows that you're somebody who's getting things done. And you're always going to be positive. You know, a good friend of mine, she regularly posts pictures of current and new products that her company offers. And in her posts, she's always excited about her company. And she lets the world know that she appreciates working for this marvelous business. You know, when you post your accomplishments, what you've achieved, you could be letting a future employer know that you're somebody who has value and somebody who could benefit them. Number 6, network. You know, just because you found a new job, and I'm happy for you, it doesn't mean you should stop networking. You never know when you're going to need your contacts again, so keep them fresh and keep networking. Now, we've mentioned this before, and I think it's worth mentioning again that 85% of jobs are filled through, you guessed it, networking. You never know when another job could come up or when your network could come in handy. Plus, what you're doing when you network is you're possibly helping somebody else, somebody like you, find another job. Something else worth mentioning is that 70% of jobs are never published publicly. And these are jobs that are either posted internally or they were created. These postings were created specifically for candidates that recruiters will meet. They'll meet through networking. Now, you may find a new and better opportunity when you least expect it, so network. Number 7, set career goals. Now, if you haven't done this already, now's the time to do it. Decide where you want to be in your career and where you want to be financially in 6 months, in 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years. Goal setting to me is important because goals provide guidance and they provide direction, they motivate and they inspire, and they also help you to evaluate your performance. And I also find goals bring clarity. If, for example, you find that you're falling short of your goals, the only internal conflict that you should experience is when, not if, a career change is needed. Without goals, it's quite possible that you're going to sail through life. You're going to sail through life without direction, and sooner or later, you're going to be looking back and wondering what might have been. So set goals. Well, that's all I've got for you today, folks. I've just shared with you 7 things boomers should do after they get a new job. Now, if you've been working for a company for a few years or so and you haven't done or taken any of these steps, I'd ask you to consider doing them now. Well, before I close this episode of Over 50 TV, I am also going to ask you to subscribe to our channel. You can do that by hitting that little red button. It's underneath your screen. Now, there's also a little bell. If you hit that little bell every single time we upload a new video, you'll be notified in your inbox. And there's a thumbs up. If you got value, if you feel you got value in this video, smash that thumbs up because that lets me know that you enjoyed watching this program. Well, as I always say, have a great day, everybody.